Hey guys, it's PK. Hope you had a good Merry Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate around this time of year. But I don't know what it was coming up to Christmas season, but uh, there were a lot of good battles that I was a part of. I don't know what it was. There was just something in the air, some sort of holiday spirit that just made every game I played pretty intense. And the first of these was against a player named CALLOUS, who you have to be familiar with if you ever played the Advanced OU tier. He and I are buds. We hang out on PO. We talk. We exchange theory, Pokemon theory stuff. We just get to know each other. We watch battles together. We make fun of each other, give each other a hard time. And through it all, we managed to sometimes battle each other, and this is one of those occasions. CALLOUS just challenged me out of the blue, and I was just more than happy to accept. So, yeah, this battle is also narrated on his channel, which I will provide a link to, because he's my friend. I'm going to provide him with some good publicity. So if you want to hear his side after this, go to his channel. I'm sure you'll love the views. But this is going to be my side, so yeah, here we go. Yeah, there's the thing. Alright, here we go. So I lead T-Tar. He leads Cloyster. I could go for Rock Slide here, but the threat of Surf is kind of going to force me to switch here, and indeed he does go for Surf. And I bring my Zapdos in, who takes the Surf rather well, and he's going to be forced to switch here, because the Thunderbolt is coming. I mean, I'd love him to stay in and take a Thunderbolt, but he's not going to do that. He's a good player. So he brings in the Bliss, takes the Thunderbolt rather well, and he shows me Ice Beam. I'm bringing my Fortress in here. I'm comfortable staying in, spiking up, because usually if it has Ice Beam, it does not carry Flamethrower. So yeah, I spike up. He spikes up. Rapid Spins. We're just playing a prediction game at this point. We don't know if we have Ghost to block Rapid Spin, so I don't have a Ghost, so I'm just gonna continue to spike up. I get 3 layers of spikes down, and he doesn't bring in his Ghost if he had one, and I Rapid Spin away his spikes. So yeah, I got a huge advantage there. He only has 1 layer of spikes up, and I have 3. I get my Zapdos in. I do a nice double switch in here, predicting him going to Blissey to take the Thunderbolt, and I go to my T-Tar, who proceeds to go for Rock Slide. However, the Rock Slide doesn't do a ton. It shows me Steelix, which definitely surprises me. I rarely see Steelix, and yeah, this changes things. I really don't know how to react here. I just go for Earthquake just to see how much it will do, and it does a pretty good chunk. However, it shows me it has Toxic, so the Steelix CALLOUS definitely kind of annoying me at this point. I'm gonna have to get rid of the Toxic with Aromatherapy. I'm not gonna be able to set up as easily because he could just use Toxic to force me out, so that's annoying. I do Rapid Spin his layer of spikes, but he gets the opportunity to bring in his Cloyster on my Fortress, so he gets to Rapid Spin them away, and indeed he does that. Bringing my Blissey here, I'm going to try to get rid of the Toxic with Aromatherapy, so I'm going to show him that, unfortunately. But, you know what? If he gets rid of the Toxic, I guess I'm willing to give him that information that I have Aromatherapy. Besides bringing his Celebi in on my Blissey, so that's fun. He might be going for Leech Seed here. Blissey's definitely a Leech Seed target. However, he overpredicts and goes for Psychic, thinking I'll switch. He had every reason to believe that, but I'm going to go for Seismic Toss instead. And I'm just trying to weaken it, putting it within kill range for my Dougie. But we both switch at the same time, and we get it in Zapdos on Cloyster, and that's a good matchup favoring me. Go for Thunderbolt. Blissey's definitely within kill range, so it's probably going to go for Soft Boil. I take the opportunity to bring my T-Tar in for free, and I decide, since he's probably going to go to Steelix at this point, I might as well go for Dragon Dance. And I do, and the Steelix is asleep, so I thought I was safe. However, he shows me Sleep Talk, and I get landed with Toxic, so that's really annoying. And he shows me Gyarados, which negates the attack raise I get from the Dragon Dance. I'm faster, but I'm going to come back here and surprise him. I thought he could gain momentum by doing this, but I'm not going to let him. He's going to think I'm going to go for Rock Slide against the Gyarados. I go for Earthquake instead, anticipating and bringing in the Steelix on the anticipated Rock Slide. So yeah, now the Steelix is in red, so that was a good prediction on my part. So I get some tempo back, but I could kill the Steelix here, but he could switch and I do nothing and take toxic damage in the process, or I can go for Rock Slide, thinking he might go back to Gyarados, but if he stays in here, I won't kill the Steelix, and I'll just take toxic damage anyway. So I figure the best move at this point is to just switch, get out of there, bring in my Blissey. He indeed goes to the Gyarados, so if I did go for Rock Slide, probably wouldn't have done a ton anyway, because I would have hit it being at -1 with the Intimidate, so it was the best move. We both switch here, because he doesn't know my Blissey set fully, so he's not comfortable staying in, and I'm not comfortable staying in on the Gyarados. He's probably going to switch again. I thought he'd go to the Steelix again to take the Thunderbolt, but he doesn't, and he brings in Celebi, which works for me. I go for HP Bug, and it doesn't kill it with HP Bug, so that was kind of bad. It shows me HP Grass, which, good job hiding that. Surprised, I guess he was trying to hide it. Maybe that surprised the T-Tar, I don't know, but worked on the Dugtrio rather well. So I bring in my Zapdos, knowing it's the only poke faster than the Celebi, so it can't recover. And I get a Thunderbolt on the Bliss, which paralyzes it. Now, he's going to try to bring it in and be cute and try to recover on the anticipated switch for my Zapdos to another poke, because he thinks Blissey is going to encourage me to switch out, but I don't. I go for another Thunderbolt. Indeed, he does bring in the Celebi to try to recover. I don't let him. The Celebi's dead, so we're at a 5-5 game. Still don't really know the Blissey set. I know it has Soft Boiled, and I know it has Ice Beam, but other than that, I don't know what it has. It might be a Seismic Toss Bliss, or it might be a Calm Mind Bliss. So I bring in my Bliss on the Ice Beam. I feel that's the best thing that can take it. I go for a Seismic Toss here, thinking he'll switch to like Gyarados or some poke that can do physical damage. However, he Calm Mind's up here, and that's kind of bad, because now he can Calm Mind up again on the switch, but he goes for Thunderbolt instead. And that's the move I didn't want to see, because now my Coon takes a lot of damage at +1 from the Thunderbolt, and I'm going to die if I stay in here. So I bring my Fortress, and I'm going to explode here, force him to switch. If he stays in, he's going to die pretty much, and if he switches, I'm going to hit something hard. However, I didn't think about him having a Ghost as one of his pokes, so I exploded into nothing there. Thought I could just do damage to anything he would switch into, but nope. But to be honest, he could have switched into Steelix and that would have done nothing, so that may have been kind of a blunder on my part. I decided to bring in the T-Tar in on the Gengar, knowing he can't use Will-O-Wisp. I took the risk there of getting hit with Giga Drain. However, it works out. He goes for Thunderbolt and he doesn't have it, and the Rock Slide does a pretty huge ton. However, Toxic plus another Thunderbolt will kill me here, so I'm going to be forced to switch out. I was planning to go for Aromatherapy, but the Steelix is definitely within kill range for my Seismic Toss. I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure it is. That is to say, present tense. And I decided to go for Thunderbolt, Seismic Toss instead. The Blissey is at 47%, so it's either going to Soft Boiled or it's just going to go for Calm Mind. I decided to think it's going to go for Calm Mind, and I go to my Zapdos, and you're thinking, why would I bring Zapdos on Blissey? Well, I'm going to use Toxic on it, and I'm going to make sure it doesn't use Calm Mind. However, I guess he's a Mind Reader, because he just decides to go for Ice Beam instead, so my Zapdos takes damage in the process. Decided to rest up here, and he pretty much knows the set of my Zapdos. Thunderbolt, Toxic, Rest, Sleep Talk, and so now you can bring in the Steelix freely here. You don't have to worry about HP Ice or Grass damaging it on the switch. Says he's got to scroll way up. I'm wondering what he's trying to do here. I wonder what's up there. I mean, he knows what information he's trying to get from scrolling all the way up. Maybe checking a move I used? I'm really not sure. I was really perplexed, and I'm still perplexed by that comment. I believe he explains it in the video, but I forgot, so can't really help you there. If you want to know, watch his video, because I'm encouraging him to watch his video as well, so I guess I'm helping him out in that regard, so I'm a nice guy, I guess. So anyway, we continue. He goes for Sleep Talk, which does nothing, and I take the opportunity to bring in my Coon here. I Calm Mind up. I do have Roar on this Coon, so if he decides to Calm Mind up, he's really not going to be able to do anything. Although he could go for Thunderbolt and force me to rest here, but I don't. I go for Roar and he Calm Minds up, so that's good for me. Brings in the Steelix. I can Calm Mind up again. I'm at +2. The Gyarados may have taunts, so I won't be able to roar him out or go for Surf, so it's kind of bad. However, he shows me Roar, and he's faster, which is obvious by the fact that Roar goes first. So that's kind of bad. Did not expect Gyarados on Roar on Gyarados. That is, I've never seen that before, but it does make sense. It does, in some ways, work. Actually, I think in many ways it works better than taunts. But yeah, that's a solid Coon answer, and I just was caught off guard there. So that's good surprise value on his team. But anyway, we get this Zapdos Blissey matchup again, and I managed to land Toxic on him once again. But this Calm Mind Blissey is becoming a problem on my team. The only way I can kill it is with my T-Tar, and it's pretty low on health, so I gotta be careful here. I take this opportunity to go for Aromatherapy, so now the Toxic on the T-Tar is gone. This isn't to say you couldn't just bring in the Steelix again and land it on me again, but now I'm deciding what I want to do here. I could bring in the T-Tar and take the risk of taking damage from a Thunderbolt or Ice Beam, or I could bring in the Zapdos again and just go for the Toxic and try to keep it from setting up, and that's probably what I'm going to do here. +1, Ice Beam shouldn't be able to do it unless he gets a crit, and he goes for a second Calm Mind, so he's I get a free Toxic on it, so he's going to be forced to switch here. The Steelix has regained a lot of health. It was once in the red, but now it's just above half health. However, the Steelix coming in gives me an opportunity to bring in my T-Tar, and that's indeed what happens when we get T-Tar on Blissey. I go for Dragon Dance, brings in his Gyarados, and I go for Rock Slide, and it misses. And that was really annoying to me at the time. CALLOUS assured me later it did not matter, it would not have killed. However, I'll explain why. Like, it may have mattered later in the video. This will be my side of things. CALLOUS will tell you differently, but you know what? That's just two different players' views on things. Take them for what it is. But anyway, now that my T-Tar's dead, the Calm Mind Bliss is really a problem at this point. And the Gyarados is really not going to let me set up at all. So all I have is Coon, Zapdos, and Blissey, and none of those are going to do it. So it's pretty much game over. I do get a rest off here, but he can now just freely set up, and he realizes that. I decided to try to wake up my Coon with Aromatherapy, but at +3, the Blissey's going to do a ton with Thunderbolt, even if I do go for Calm Mind. Yep, it does 61%. It may kill me if I go for a Calm Mind here anyway, so I'm pretty much just going through the motions at this point. I just let him kill me off with Thunderbolt. I really don't see him being able to... I don't really see myself being able to win this anymore. I go for Seismic Toss. I really don't see the point anymore. Go for Seismic Toss again. He goes for Soft Boiled. I mean, he's not going to let me kill his Bliss. That would be dumb. So now the only thing that I can do is just go for Freeze Hacks. Go for Ice Beam. Even if I do, it's going to take a lot to kill the Blissey. You have to be frozen for a long time. So yeah, I don't even think Freeze would even matter. But it's worth trying. I got nothing else to do. I don't go for Soft Boil here because I'm not going to drag this on. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not going to be a dick. And I just go for Toxic on the Blissey because I've got nothing else to do. And the final score is 5-0 with CALLOUS as the winner. And despite what the scoreboard says, I don't feel like I got my ass kicked. I felt like I gave him a good battle. There were moments there where I could have swept his team with the T-Tar if he did not make the correct play, if he did not bring in the Gyarados at the right time, if he did not land Toxic with the Steelix on the Rest Talk. I could have just Dragon Danced again and just swept his team, because then if he brought the Gyarados in, it wouldn't really have done anything. I would have killed it at +1 with Rock Slide. So yeah, the Rest Talk on the Steelix, landing me when I'm Toxic on the Rest Talk with Steelix really kind of mattered. The Rock Slide on the Gyarados missing was kind of huge, and here's why. I agree with CALLOUS that the Rock Slide would have not outright killed the Gyarados, but the Gyarados could have flinched. I would have been faster, and I could have gone for Rock Slide again. He probably would have switched if he did flinch, and then try to bring the Gyarados back in and try to intimidate once more. However, I would have, if he switched, the switch in, I would Dragon Dance. Well, excuse me, I would go for Rock Slide. It would have probably hit the Steelix or something. I would Dragon Dance on the Steelix, and assuming I didn't get hit with Toxic, I would once again try to sweep his team. I mean, I feel like the possibility of a flinch on the Rock Slide did matter, but I don't want to say like I have to rely on a flinch in order on flinch hacks in order to win this. So I'm just gonna be quiet at this point, because yeah, if I have to rely on a flinch in order to win, there's something wrong. So I'm just gonna say CALLOUS won. He was the better player in this game. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on our recent battle. But if you want his side of the story, go to his channel. I'll definitely provide the link to you guys. Great guy, great narrator. But yeah, if you really like this, subscribe. I got more battles like this coming up, so you'll be in for a treat. But like, comment, and definitely subscribe. And until next time, this is PhilosopherKing signing out.